Hey guys, welcome to Principles of Information Technology. My name is April Coates, and I will be your facilitator of this program this year. This is a new program to the Portsmouth School District, so that means it's new to me, just like it's new to you. So we'll be figuring it out together this year, but I think we're going to be fine. This is a program that's based on an online um, textbook from a program called CompTIA. As of right now, we don't have your guys' login information. I'm hopeful we'll get that in the next week, at most two. So to hold us over until then, I have provided you guys copies of my materials so that you can go ahead and move forward with the program and we're not just sitting around staring at each other waiting for that stuff to come in. When you log into your Schoology account, the first thing you're going to see up here is a header that I've made, and this does have clickable links to everything on it. Right here, the CompTIA poster will take you to where eventually you will be able to log into your site for CompTIA. On here, you'll find practice questions, assessments, videos, and your ebook. So until you get your information in, I have provided you a PDF link to your textbook so that you can go ahead and get started. It's not the greatest way to read through it, but again, it's better than us just sitting around wasting time. I provided you with um, links to the slides that CompTIA provided you. If these slides are something that you want to make a copy of for yourself, then you just need to go to File, make a copy, and then you'll get a copy to put into your own drive, and then you can make notes on it. I've given you the labs that go along with each module. This is a learning map to kind of show you what path you need to take for certain IT fields, the objectives for each lesson, my contact info, the hall pass if you're in class. I've given you this. It's also hanging on the walls in the classroom, and an exit ticket. These last two things, because of COVID, we're going to have a lot of things we have to do in order to contact trace. So these two things are essential for you guys to do. If you're leaving the room to go to the restroom, you must do this hall pass. You have to do the hall pass when you leave the room. You have to do the hall pass when you come back in the room, because that provides me a timestamp so that we know how long you were out of the space. The exit ticket, I need this done every class day, whether or not you're working from home or if you're in class. Again, this is for contact tracing. I don't want to have to give you guys assigned seats, and by filling out this exit ticket and telling me who you were sitting by that day, it prevents us from having to do assigned seats. If you're from home, then you're just going to select you were working from home and submit the ticket, and that will give me the information I need should the nurse come to me needing to contact trace somebody. The other big thing on here is this calendar. So what I've done is I have paced out this entire program for the entire year for you guys, because you will have access to the entire program by the end of the second week of school. I should have everything done, fingers crossed. The other thing that you'll find on here is my office hours. So I have first period planning. So this week that means Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I will have this Google Meet up and live. If you need to come into it to speak with me, you're confused about something, then I'll be available from those times listed. I think I put 8:45 to 9:15. That gives me time to work on what I need to work on, help teachers with any tech issues they're having, but also be available for you. Now, if those times don't work for you, shoot me an email and I'm happy to set up another meeting time with you. I have no problems with that. But if you notice on this calendar when you flip through it, I have paced out every single lesson, everything that goes along with each module. If you stick to this pacing calendar, I have it set to where we will be done with the program before spring break, like right before spring break. The reason I've done that is it gives you the entire month of April then to come back, review things you struggled with, do the practice assessments over and over and over until you feel really comfortable with the questions. And then in May, we will start with taking the certification exam. The certification exam is a requirement for everybody in this program. I want to start it the 1st of May because we have a few seniors and they'll be ducking out early on us in May. So we need to get the certification exams done for them. After we've all taken the certification exam, then you guys are going to have some time to play around with those IT areas that you've decided are of more interest to you. So I'm trying to give you guys a little time in there to be more hands-on with like programming or coding or some of those things that you've decided you have an interest in before you move on to taking these IT classes at the Peak Center or move on to college taking IT classes. All of your modules will go live starting Monday morning at midnight, I think, 12:01. You'll see I only have modules 1, 2, and 3 done. That's because I'm having to create everything for you guys because you don't have your logins yet. Like I said, by the end of the second week of school, I should have modules 4 and 5 up for you. For your grades, because I'm required to give you 2 grades a week, what I've done is, again, based off that pacing calendar, the review questions that come at the end of each unit and the practice questions that go along with each unit. Those will be the 2 grades I give you per week, okay? If there's a lab associated with it, then what I've done is I've made that bonus points for you. I do encourage you to do the labs, even if that means you have to come into class that day to do that, because you do need a Windows 10 computer to do the lab stuff on. But the lab, doing the hands-on activities will just help reinforce what you learned in those chapters. So I do encourage you to do them. They will be helpful. But I've made all of the labs worth 5 bonus points just to give you a little extra. So what I'm basically saying is this class, there's no real reason why you shouldn't have 100 in it if you're staying on pace and you're just doing the work. I don't think anyone's going to struggle with it. But should you be struggling with something, a concept, come to me, okay? Like I said, I'm a facilitator, so I'm not going to be teaching you this material. This CompTIA is set up so that it's a student-paced program, which sounds fantastic. I know you're all like, great, I'll just shove that to the side and not worry about it. That's the wrong thing to do. I would encourage you, especially this first week of school when there's not like maybe a whole lot of things happening in your other classes quite yet, they haven't really gotten rolling, try to get ahead in this class. Try to get ahead at least one module or one unit ahead, because that way when you do have a big test or you have a really busy week and you need some to push a class aside, then you'll be able to push this class aside. It sounds great to have an online class, but they end up being some of the harder classes to do because it's very, very hard to keep yourself motivated and keep yourself on task. So I'll be watching to see that you're staying up or you're not getting too far behind. But this is going to take a lot of self-directed awareness for you guys. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it's really, really good to learn that early. But come to me if you're struggling, okay? That's the big thing. Because, again, I'm not going to be teaching this material to you every day. You guys may be in like 50 different places working, but that's okay. You have your peers to rely on if you get stuck. You have me, and you have all the materials really you need in order to pass this class. If you need to get in touch with me, you have any other questions, if the internet will work, my contact info is right here. I will keep this linked and at the top of your class the whole time, but reach out to me and I look forward to meeting you guys this week. If you can't be there at school, I totally get it. Like I said, reach out to me during my office hours if you have any questions. Otherwise, you guys should have all the materials you need to get started. So tomorrow is going to start with you opening that book after I've gone through like just some general welcome information and starting with chapter 1, reading it and just working your way through everything. Have a great first week back at school if I don't get to talk to all of you individually, and I will see you in the morning. Bye.